Welcome back with a new math tutorial. In this video we are talking about solving system of equation by graphing. At the first, what is the meaning of system of equation? System of equation is formed from more than one equation. The system of the equation depends on the number of the variables. Once we have two variables x and y, it means we need two equations to solve. The system of the equation that we have is talking about linear equation. Once we have a linear equation, it means we will graph it by straight line. For any two straight lines, once you need to graph it, you will find that the two lines will intersect at one point. Once we have one point of intersection, it means we have one solution. But you can draw the two lines and the two lines will be parallel lines. Once we have a parallel line, it means there is no solution. Also, you can draw the two lines and you will find that the two lines drawn in the same place. Once the two lines drawn in the same place, it means we have infinite number of solutions. So those are the three cases that we have. We have one solution if the two lines intersect at one point. No solution when the two lines are parallel. Infinite number of solutions if two lines drawn in the same place. Now how can we graph the lines? In this problem we need to solve the system of equation by graphing. We can use the slope and the y-intercept to graph the straight line. So this equation written in the form of y equals mx plus b. So we can find the slope. The slope of the first equation, which is the coefficient of x, so it will be -2. And the y-intercept for the first equation, which is -3. Now by the same we can find the slope and the y-intercept for the equation number 2. You will find that the slope is equals to the coefficient of x, which is 2. And the y-intercept equals to 5. Now we have the slope and the y-intercept for the first equation and the second equation. So we can graph the two lines. For any slope, you need to write it as a fraction, so it will be -2/1. And here for the second one will be 2/1. To graph the line in all of the question, we'll start from the y-intercept. The y-intercept is equal to -3. That's for the line number 1. The slope here is -2. Once we have negative slope, it means we are going down, then going to the right. But if the slope is positive, we are going up, then going to the right. The slope is -2, so we are going down 2 units, and 1 to the right. Now we have 2 points, so we can draw the line which is joining between the 2 points. So that's the graph of the first line. Number 2. For the second line, we'll start from the y-intercept. In all of the question, we'll start from the y-intercept. Now I will start from 5. The slope is positive, it means we are going up 2, then going to the right 1. Then we have 2 points, so we draw the line which is joining between the 2 points. You will find that the two lines intersect at one point. This point is -2 and 1. So the solution will be -2 and 1. In this problem, we need to graph the line. You will find that the two equations written in the form of y equals mx plus b. As we said before, to graph at the main point that we need to find the slope and the y-intercept. You will find that the slope of the first equation, which is the coefficient of x. There is no number beside x, it means the coefficient here is 1. So we can write the slope as 1/1. Y-intercept. You will find that the y-intercept, which is the number, so it will be -1. Now we need to find the second slope. You will find that m2 is equal to the coefficient of x, which equals 2. As we said, we will write the slope as a fraction, so it will be 2/1. Now we need to find the y-intercept. You will find that the y-intercept is equal to -2. Now we need to graph. In all of the question, we'll start from the y-intercept. So we'll start from -2. The slope is positive, it means we are going up 1, then going to the right 1. Going up 1, then right 1. Now once we have 2 points, so we can draw the line which is joining between the 2 points. For the second line, I will start from -2. Going up 2, because the slope is 2/1, so going up 2, and going to the right 1. Once we have a positive slope, it means we are going up, then going to the right. But if the slope is negative, going down, then going to the right. So we are going up 2 units, then 1 unit right. Once we have 2 points, so we'll draw the line which is joining between the 2 points. You will find that the two lines intersect at one point. This point is 1 and 0. So the solution of the system now will be equals to 1 and 0. In this problem, we need to solve the system of equation by graphing. You will find that the first equation written in the form of y equals mx plus b. So we can find m1. m1 which equals 2. We write it as a fraction, so it will be 2/1. And the y-intercept 1 will be equals to 1. Now we need to find the slope and the y-intercept for the second equation. You will find that this equation is not written in the form of y equal mx plus b. So by solving for y, just by adding 3, so the equation now would be written as y equals 2x. Negative 2 and the positive 3 would be equals to positive 1. Now the equation written in slope-intercept form. You will find that the slope will be equals to over 1 and the y-intercept will be equals to 1. Now we need to graph. In all of the question, we will start from the y-intercept. The y-intercept equals to 1. The slope is equal to 2 over 1. Once we have a positive slope, it means we are going up, then going to the right. I'm going up 2 units, then going to the right 1 unit. Now we need to graph the line. Draw the line which is joining between the 2 points. So that's for the equation number 1. Now we need to graph the equation number 2. You will find that the y-intercept equals 1 and we have the same slope. So once we have the same slope and the same y-intercept, you will find that we have the 2 lines drawn in the same place. Once we have the 2 lines drawn in the same place, it means we have infinite number of solutions. In problem number 4, we need to solve the system of equation by graphing. You will find that the first equation written in slope-intercept form. So we can find the slope. You will find that the slope, which is the coefficient of x, which equals 2 over 3. The slope must be a number. Also, we can find the y-intercept, which equals to 3. Now the second equation. The second equation not written in the slope-intercept form. So we will solve for y to write the equation in the form of y equals mx plus b. Now we have 3y. 3y, it means 3 multiplied by y. To solve for y, just we need to divide by 3. So 3 divided by 3 equals 1. So we have y. 2 divided by 3, which equals 2 over 3x, plus 15 divided by 3, which equals to 5. From that, we can find the slope. The slope is equals to 2 over 3, and the y-intercept is equals to 5. Now we have the slope and the y-intercept, so we can graph it. As we said before, I will start from the y-intercept. So I will start from 3. The slope is 2 over 3. Once we have a positive slope, it means we are going up, then going to the right. I'm going up 2 units, then going to the right 3. Now we have 2 points, so we'll draw the line which is joining between the 2 points. The second line will start from 5. We are going up 2, then going to the right 3. So now we have 2 points, so we'll draw the line which is joining between the 2 points. Once we have 2 parallel lines, it means there is no solution. So if the 2 lines intersect at 1 point, it means we have only one solution. The 2 lines drawn in the same place, it means we have infinite number of solutions. But once we have 2 parallel lines, it means there is no solution. In this problem, we need to determine whether the system has one solution, no solution, or infinite number of solutions without graphing. Without solving, we can find the number of solutions by finding the slope and the y-intercept. As we said before, for any system, we can find that the system has one solution, no solution, and an infinite number of solutions. I will start from one solution. If the first slope not equals to the second slope, it means we have 2 intersecting lines. So once we have 2 intersecting lines, it means we have one solution. But if we find that the M1 is equals to M2 and the y-intercept 1 not equals to y-intercept 2, you will find that we have 2 parallel lines. Once we have 2 parallel lines, it means there is no solution. But if you find that M1 is equals M2 and the y-intercept 1 is equals y-intercept 2, you will find that we have infinite number of solutions. Now we need to solve. You will find that this equation written in standard form. Once we have an equation in standard form, so to find the slope will be equals to negative a over b. Negative a over b, it means change the coefficient of x and keep the coefficient of y. This equation written in the form of ax plus by equals c. So we'll find that a equals 2. So we'll find the slope now will be equals to negative 2 over 3. Just we change the coefficient of x and keep the coefficient of y. So that's for the slope number 1. The y-intercept will be equals c over b. So it will be equals c is equal to 6 and b equal to 3. So it will be 6 over 3, which equals 2. Now we have the first slope and the first y-intercept. By the same for the second equation. It's written in the form of ax plus by equals c. As we said before, to find the slope will be equals to negative a over b. will be equals A, which equals 2, and B equal to 3. So change the sign of A and keep the sign of B, which equals negative 2 over 3. Now we can find y-intercept too. Y-intercept, which equals to C over B. C is equal to 7 and B is equal to 3, so it will be 7 over 3. You will find that M1 is equals to M2, but B1 not equals to B2. Once we have M1 is equal to M2 and B1 not equal to B2, it means we have two parallel lines. If the two lines are parallel, it means there is no solution. In this problem, we need to find the number of the solution without graphing. You will find that the first equation written in the form of AX plus BY equals C, which is the standard form. To find the slope, as we said before, which will be equals to negative A over B. A now is equals to 1 and B equals to 1, so it will be negative 1 over 1 will be equals to negative 1. We need to find the y-intercept. The y-intercept, which is equal to C over B. C is equals to negative 2 and B is equals to 1, so it will be negative 2 over 1 will be equals negative 2. But for the second equation will be equals y equal mx plus b. Now you will find that the second slope will be equals to 1 and the y-intercept will be equals to. You will find that m1 is equals to m2 and b1 not equals to b2. Once we have the slope equal to the slope, y-intercept not equal to the y-intercept, it means the two lines will be parallel. Once we have here two parallel lines, it means there is no solution.